Hello everyone, welcome back to Gugak Breeze. Let me ask you something. Have you ever watched a K-drama or Netflix series and suddenly heard the sounds that felt different, almost ancient? For example, in the series Demon Hunters, the OST hidden subtle sounds from Korean traditional music. Most people don't realize it, but if you listen carefully, you will hear sounds shaping the atmosphere of the scenes. And it's not just in music. Cute merchandise and modern designs inspired by Korean tradition are everywhere these days. Korean culture is no longer just something in history books, it's something you can experience right now in daily life. So today, let's explore how Korean traditional music sparks curiosity, inspires people to try instruments, and becomes a fresh and fun experience. By the end, you might find yourself thinking, wow, Korean traditional music is actually really fun. These days, Korean culture has become a global wave through K drama, films, craft, food, cosmetics, and fashion. People everywhere are engaging with Korea in new ways. Naturally, this growing cultural curiosity leads to interest in traditional music. When you love the stories, the food, or the fashion, you start wondering, what about the sounds? What about the music that shaped Korean culture? And that's where Korean traditional music enters the spotlight. Not as something old or difficult, but as something people want to hear and experience. When people first hear Korean traditional sounds, the instrument they often encounter most is the gayagum. The gayagum is sometimes called the Korean harp because of its wide range of tones. It can sound dedicated and soft or strong and dynamic, rhythmic, which is why it's often used in collaborations with many other instruments. Then there's the daegeum as well, a bamboo flute that plays the role of the flute in Western music. Its deep, expressive sounds touches people's hearts and carries emotions across cultures. And of course, every culture has percussion. So naturally, people began to wonder, what about the Korean percussion instruments? What sounds do they make? That curiosity leads them to the jangu, buk, gengari, and more, each with its own unique rhythm and character. Step by step, people discover the richness of Korean traditional music. This semester, I've been leading a jangu class in Toronto supported by the Korean Culture Center. Compared to last semester, the age group has become younger, and many students came in wanting to learn about the jungle for the very first time. Some of them had studied Korean before, and a few could even read or write Hangul. It reminded me of my own experience here in Canada, meeting foreigner friends at the school or college who could understand or even speak Korean. Most of them told me they learned through K-dramas or developed an interest in Korean culture and taught themselves. I always find that amazing. Not long ago, when I said I was from Korea, many people didn't really don't know about it. But nowadays, when I say I'm Korean, people often greet me with 안녕하세요 in Korean. Moments like that make me proud and also motivated me to share Korean culture more passionately so that instruments like the jangu can also become better known. What I find most inspiring is that the curiosity and hands on experiences with talked about don't just stay in the classroom. They naturally connected to modern culture in K-drama OSTs, films, and even K-pop stages. Traditional instruments or traditional elements are blended into modern arrangements. Sometimes you don't even realize you're listening or seeing, watching to traditional sounds or things because they fit so seamlessly into today's. It goes beyond the music too. Fashion designers, characters, and merchandise inspired by traditional patterns are becoming part of global pop culture. All of this shows that Korean traditional music isn't stuck in the past. It's alive, evolving, and something you can enjoy in your everyday life today. So today we looked at how Korean traditional music sparks interest, invites hands-on learning, and finds new life in modern culture. The truth is, Korean traditional music isn't hard or distant. With just a little bit curiosity, you can discover rhythms and sounds that are exciting, joyful, and meaningful. If you'd like to experience more performances, classes, and content, check out ProjectKklily. Join in, explore, and enjoy Korean traditional music. It's more fun than you might expect. Feel the breeze, feel the rhythm. See you next time!